Hey, Warriors fans! The Golden State squad has been buzzing with news lately, and today we're diving into some of the biggest developments surrounding Jonathan Kuminga and the roster moves that could reshape the team this season. Kuminga, a young player with immense potential, has found himself in the spotlight once again, but not necessarily for the reasons you might expect. Rumors of a possible trade have been swirling, and while the team still values him, there's a sense that the front office might explore options when the trade window opens in mid-January. The discussions aren't just idle speculation. Sources across the league see Kuminga as one of the most intriguing trade pieces available. His versatility, athleticism, and age make him a rare commodity in today's NBA landscape, and teams looking to add young, impactful talent are keeping a close eye on his situation. Now, when we talk about potential trade scenarios involving Kuminga, a few names come into play that might surprise some fans. For instance, Grayson Allen has emerged as a player whose combination of three-point shooting and court vision could make him a perfect fit alongside Curry and the Warriors' young core. Allen's ability to stretch the floor from beyond the arc has been impressive this season, hitting nearly 45% on substantial attempts, and his passing game is solid enough to improve the team's offensive flow. The challenge, however, comes on the defensive end. Allen isn't the most imposing presence, and when matched against elite ball handlers, he can be exposed. That said, the potential lineup of Curry, Moses Moody, and Allen firing from deep could be devastating for opponents, and teams may consider whether pairing him with Kuminga could balance the floor with athleticism and spacing. Another name generating interest is Andrew Wiggins. Since moving to the Heat, Wiggins' impact on the court has been mixed, especially when looking at on- and off-court metrics. The Heat have shown that they can be more efficient without him on the floor, which suggests there may be some inconsistencies in his defensive contributions. That said, his offensive production remains steady, putting up solid points per game and maintaining respectable three-point shooting percentages. For Miami, a trade could provide flexibility in both finances and roster composition, opening up minutes for younger players who could thrive in a system tailored for pace and versatility. From Golden State's perspective, Wiggins' defense could complement the squad's needs, especially if they believe they can maximize his skill set while pairing him with their existing talent. Then there's Ivica Zubac, a name that carries a very different weight. Acquiring Zubac would likely be a major move, potentially costing the Warriors multiple first-round picks. Yet the appeal is clear. Zubac brings the kind of defensive presence the Warriors haven't seen since the days of Andrew Bogut. He's a strong rebounder, a skilled finisher in the paint, and his size anchors any lineup defensively. The Clippers' current struggles could make him available, as the franchise faces uncertainty with injuries and a potential rebuild looming. Bringing a player like Zubac is a gamble, given the spacing concerns and the premium in draft capital it would cost. But for a team thinking strategically about the post-Steph era, his presence could provide immediate defensive stability and open up long-term flexibility. Meanwhile, off the court, Kuminga himself has faced a challenging period. Even after agreeing to a significant new contract with the Warriors, the young forward appears unsettled. His first months of the season have been solid statistically, starting a dozen games and producing double-digit scoring. Yet the leap many anticipated has yet to fully materialize. Questions about his long-term fit with the team continue to emerge, and it's clear that he's navigating the pressures of professional expectations at a high level. Fortunately, he isn't alone in this. Veteran teammates like Jimmy Butler have stepped in, offering guidance and understanding. Butler, drawing from his own experiences navigating uncertainty with the Miami Heat, has shared candid insights and support, reminding Kuminga that it's normal to face doubts and that he has allies in the locker room rooting for his success. Butler's approach has been thoughtful, emphasizing patience and perspective. Missing training camp due to contract negotiations could have been seen as a misstep by some, yet Butler made it clear to Kuminga that this is part of the business, and there's no resentment among his teammates. Encouragement and mentorship like this can be crucial for a young player adjusting to the high stakes and constant scrutiny of the NBA. Kuminga's development is as much about mental resilience as it is about on-court performance, and having figures like Butler nearby helps him navigate these early career challenges. At the same time, Golden State has also been assessing other veterans, including Al Horford, whose role this season has been underwhelming relative to expectations. Brought in to replace a departing starter, Horford's production has dipped compared to his final season with Boston. Shooting percentages are down, and his contributions from beyond the arc are notably less effective. At 39, he's showing signs that age and we're maybe catching up, and while he has had moments of improvement, the team must carefully consider how much they can rely on him in key situations. The Warriors' coaching staff has been patient, yet the league is unforgiving, and incremental gains may not be enough if the team wants to maintain competitiveness in the Western Conference. The combination of these factors, the potential moves involving Kuminga, the evaluation of veteran players, and the balancing of development with performance, creates a fascinating dynamic for Golden State this season. Fans are witnessing a team at a crossroads, with strategic decisions looming on multiple fronts. The decisions made in the coming months, whether involving trades, rotations, or mentorship, will likely shape not just this season, but the trajectory of the franchise in the years to come. And as the Warriors continue to navigate the competitive Western Conference, every possession, every matchup, and every roster adjustment carries weight, emphasizing how delicate and complex building a championship-contending team can truly be. As the season unfolds, the Golden State Warriors are grappling with decisions that could define the future of the franchise, especially when it comes to balancing the development of young talent like Jonathan Kuminga with the contributions of established players. Kuminga's trajectory has been fascinating to watch. His explosive athleticism and versatility make him a player capable of changing the momentum of a game in an instant. Yet consistency remains a challenge. Observers have noted that while his scoring is solid and his physical tools are elite, there is still room for growth in his understanding of spacing, decision-making, and defensive awareness. This season provides a critical opportunity for Kuminga to showcase that he can handle responsibility at the highest level and integrate seamlessly into the Warriors' evolving system. Veterans like Jimmy Butler have become pivotal figures in this context, acting as both mentors and stabilizing presences. Butler's willingness to share his own experiences with uncertainty and the pressures of the league demonstrates the type of leadership that can elevate a young player's confidence. He has encouraged Kuminga to embrace his journey, assuring him that setbacks and questions about his role are natural. The mentorship extends beyond words, influencing how Kuminga approaches practice, games, and even off-court preparation. Developing mental toughness, as much as refining shooting mechanics or defensive rotations, is key to whether Kuminga will fulfill the high expectations placed upon him. Meanwhile, the Warriors' roster continues to present an interesting mix of promise and challenge. Al Horford's early struggles have highlighted the difficulties of integrating seasoned players into a system that emphasizes pace, spacing, and perimeter shooting. While Horford's veteran experience provides intangible value in terms of leadership and understanding of high-level competition, the statistical decline compared to his final seasons in Boston cannot be ignored. His field goal percentages, three-point efficiency, and overall impact on the floor have shown that relying on him as a consistent starter may be unrealistic over the long term. Yet patience from the coaching staff has been a defining feature, as Steve Kerr has aimed to find the optimal balance between immediate performance and long-term fit. Horford's incremental improvements indicate potential, but the team must weigh how much they can rely on those gains while still fostering the development of younger players. Offensive efficiency remains a focal point for Golden State. The integration of young players alongside established stars like Stephen Curry demands careful lineup management, ensuring that spacing, ball movement, and defensive schemes align. Players like Grayson Allen have demonstrated elite shooting capabilities, yet defensive limitations underscore the importance of pairing them with teammates who can cover ground and protect the rim. Similarly, discussions surrounding Andrew Wiggins highlight the delicate balance between offense and defense, as his scoring consistency can be offset by periods of defensive vulnerability. The front office faces a complex puzzle: how to construct lineups that maximize strengths while mitigating weaknesses, particularly as the trade window approaches. Trade speculation surrounding Kuminga adds another layer of intrigue. Teams across the league recognize his value, and multiple potential targets have emerged as discussions unfold behind closed doors. The possibility of acquiring players such as Wiggins, Allen, or even a defensive anchor like Zubac underscores the strategic thinking required to maintain competitiveness while preparing for the future. For Golden State, any trade must weigh both short-term impact and long-term implications, considering not just current production, but also the team's trajectory in a post-Steph era. First-round draft picks, financial flexibility, and player development pathways all factor into these decisions, making the trade calculus more than a simple exchange of talent. The dynamic in the locker room also reflects the complex nature of this transitional period. Veteran support for younger players, particularly in times of uncertainty, sets a tone that can influence chemistry and performance. Kuminga's interactions with seasoned teammates provide insight into how professional athletes navigate pressure, expectations, and the scrutiny of media and fans alike. The Warriors' environment combines a winning culture with developmental priorities, creating both opportunities and challenges for players on the cusp of stardom. Watching how Kuminga responds, adjusts, and grows under these circumstances will be one of the most compelling storylines of the season. Meanwhile, the Western Conference itself remains a formidable proving ground. Teams are stacked with talent, making every possession meaningful and every game a test of adaptability. For Golden State, this means rotations, lineup experimentation, and strategic adjustments are crucial for sustaining competitiveness. Even minor mismatches can be exploited by opponents, and the coaching staff's ability to adjust in real time often becomes the difference between victory and defeat. The combination of emerging young stars, veteran guidance, and tactical execution underscores the delicate balancing act required to contend at the highest level. Financial considerations also play a role in shaping the team's approach. Contracts, salary cap implications, and player options all influence trade possibilities and roster construction. Moving Kuminga, for example, could create space for other acquisitions or provide financial flexibility for future seasons, yet also carries risk given his upside. Similarly, evaluating veterans like Wiggins or Horford involves assessing both production and cost efficiency, ensuring that decisions align with the franchise's long-term vision. These calculations are part of a broader strategy to remain competitive now, while also preparing for sustainable success beyond the immediate horizon. In summary, Golden State is navigating a multifaceted landscape this season. The development of young players, integration of veterans, strategic trade possibilities, and the pressures of a demanding Western Conference all converge to create a high-stakes environment. Jonathan Kuminga's journey, the performance of players like Horford and Wiggins, and the potential moves in January trade discussions exemplify the complexities of managing a modern NBA team. Fans are witnessing not just individual performances, but the orchestration of a system where talent, experience, and strategy intersect. How the Warriors manage this intersection could define their trajectory, not just for this season, but for years to come, as they seek to balance championship aspirations with the growth of the next generation of stars. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going. The NBA world is buzzing with disbelief after shocking news surfaced. The league has reportedly returned points to the Golden State Warriors, sparking an immediate firestorm among their rivals. Sources close to the situation suggest that this unprecedented move has thrown the standings into chaos and ignited intense debates across locker rooms and social media alike. Fans of the Warriors are ecstatic, seeing it as a potential game-changer for their championship hopes, but opponents are fuming, calling it unfair and unprecedented. Inside the league, whispers hint at internal discussions and behind-the-scenes negotiations that could explain why such a decision was made, though nothing official has been confirmed. Coaches and players from rival teams have been quick to voice their outrage, with some insiders claiming tempers ran high during recent practice sessions and team meetings. Speculation is rampant that this action could reshape playoff dynamics, giving Golden State a crucial edge in games where every point counts. On social media, fans and analysts are dissecting every possible implication. Some argue that the move might signal favoritism or a misstep in officiating protocols, while others defend it as a technical correction long overdue. The rumor mill is also rife with theories about which upcoming matchups could now tilt in the Warriors' favor, and how competitors might respond strategically to what many are calling a scandalous advantage. Players from rival teams have reportedly been overheard expressing disbelief, with some questioning the integrity of league operations. Meanwhile, Warriors players remain tight-lipped, fueling speculation that the team is quietly enjoying a boost to their morale while rivals scramble to adjust. The tension is palpable, and insiders suggest locker room discussions are heated, with rival coaches warning that the league could face long-term backlash if fans perceive the move as favoritism. In the midst of this whirlwind, one thing is certain. The NBA landscape has been shaken. Whether this points adjustment will lead to dramatic shifts in the standings or incite further controversy, it has already proven one thing. Golden State's rivals are not taking this lightly. The league may soon have to address the storm it has unleashed, but for now, fans can only watch, debate, and wonder how deep the ripples of this rumor will go. Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential for the Dubs community. Stay tuned for the next video.